Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Lodo, and today I'm flying out the XP-38G realistic battles. As usual, I'm flying with the Americans or the British. You'll end up on landing of Hokkaido, or preparation of landing on Hokkaido a lot, like we did this time. So, up against the British, it's a tier 2 plane, and we'll see how we do. It's a premium plane you get when you purchase the Pacific Pack. I bought it because I wanted the premium A6 M5 for the Japanese. This came with it, so might as well give it a shot, try to fly it out, see how it does. It's got 2 engines, interesting body compared to most of the other planes, which only have one body which is connected to where the pilot sits, and yeah, the plane looks really nice. It's got an armaments. It has one 20mm cannon and 4 50 cals, so with a lot of ammunition. I'm using omni-purpose ammunition right now for both belts, because it's good for both ground targets and air targets, and now I'm just going to climb, so I'll get back to you once we get into combat. Also, a quick note is just how well this thing climbs. I'm currently at a 17-degree angle just about, and I'm mostly keeping my speed as I climb, so that's excellent. You'll be above the enemy fighters most likely by the time you reach them. Anyway, I'll get back to you when I see enemy planes. Okay, welcome back. So far we've lost one plane, B-25, who crashed. I'm not sure what happened to him. And I see Typhoon in the distance, engaging one of the other B-25, so I'm well above him. I'm gonna head over. I do see a dot behind me. It's a bow fighter against an F4F. I think I'll go for the Typhoon first. Not sure where that other bow fighter is at the moment. Trying to look around and see, but he's not appearing on my screen. Okay, we have a Spitfire and a Typhoon. Spitfire seems to know we're here, so he's doing the smart thing, going underneath me, making the angle of attack too high for me to dive down and get him. So I'm going to pass on that. There's the bow fighter that took down the B-25. I'm going to continue engaging the Typhoon. Typhoon's coming our direction. I'm going to pull off, climb up. I have the higher altitude and the higher speed, so I can easily climb up, loop around, and do somewhat of a version of a hammerhead. To pay attention for the other guys who are coming in, but as I said, I have the higher speed. Bow fighter doesn't worry me too much at the moment because I can easily outmaneuver him. He'll try to shoot at me, he won't hit. Turn to the right, continue my engagement with the Typhoon. This plane does not like to turn very well at high speed, so I most likely won't make a shot here. Nope, I won't. Make sure not to go over speed, keep going. And climb back up. Losing both the Spitfire, the bow fighter, and the Typhoon, no issues there. Just return to a higher altitude and dive back again. Do see 2 bow fighters off to my east, so I'm gonna go engage the first one, as he seems to be focused on the AI at the moment. Keeping an eye on those guys behind me. And we start our shallow dive towards the bow fighter. There is an AI next to him. I'm not going to worry about him until all the enemy planes are done, because I need the cannon ammunition, and I don't really want to waste my 50 cals on him anyway. And perhaps there's some other players in the game who need the money more than I do. Taking a dive onto the bow fighter here, reducing my speed so I can get a shot. Not sure if he sees me or not. Couldn't get a shot. Alright. Don't turn because we do have people on our tail. Just keep going. Now I'm going to climb. Maybe get a shot at this bow fighter here. I have noticed about this plane, this is maybe my 3rd time flying it. It is hard to get your guns on target. At high speeds, it does not like to perform well with turns and whatnot. But it is a fast plane. They were coming in on the bow fighter. We're shot in the tail and the wing, pulling into this. Haven't quite learned these guns yet. A little difficult to get on target. Now, we've lost some of our speed, so the Spitfire seems to be close behind us, pulled off. Bowfighter's coming in on us. We can turn faster than the Bowfighter. No worries there. I hope this F4F comes over and gives us a hand. That other Bowfighter's going to go for him. And here we have a shot. Okay. I've already wasted half of my ammunition so far. You really do not have a lot of cannon ammunition on this plane, so use it very wisely. Don't waste it on ground targets, don't waste it on AI planes. Remember, you have 2,050 cals, which you can put to good use. This Bowfighter seems to be on fire, which means he's going to try to get a shot in before he goes down, for sure. No issues there. Now we're in the middle of 3 fighters. This Bowfighter is also going to want to try to take a shot. Loop to the side and away, won't hit us. Spitfire is going to try to do the same thing. Loop down. No hits there. Continue the speed. Don't have a lot of worries. Bowfighter is going to probably open up here. Spray and pray because he has a lot of ammunition. Not really worried about that. This plane is great at defensive flying so far. I would like to get a kill, however. Not sure what Spitfire is doing. Hey, I guess you can try. I do believe that bullets disappear after about 1.2 kilometers or so even if this Bowfighter aims perfectly, he'll never be able to hit me because the bullets just disappear. I'm not sure what the exact... Oh, well, there we go. I guess it's a bit farther than that. He did spark off me there. It's 1.3, 1.4. After a certain amount of time, the bullets do disappear. And I am losing them. Again, this is a great, fast plane. Looking at the scoreboard right now, it's just me and a Wildcat left. Wildcat seems to be going in for a landing over there. And the entire enemy team. So, not sure if this is going to be a win, but I am going on vacation fairly soon. I don't have a lot of time to get perfect footage, so this will just have to do. And turn back into them, avoiding their shots again, because I want to head over to my teammates. So keep an eye on this Bowfighter, make a turn, Spitfire, make a turn, make the angle too steep, and continue on with the speed while they are forced to turn around. There we go. That Bowfighter seems to be alone. Since I have the higher speed on the people behind me, I'll just head over to him, since he seems focused on destroying the destroyers at the moment. Maybe nab kill. That'd be excellent. See if I can get altitude on him. Seems to want to go head on, which is what you should be doing in a Bowfighter because of the ridiculous amount of ornaments up front. I'm not gonna worry about that, so act like you're going in a head-on, turn away, no hits. Do you think that F4F should have been repaired by now? So they're gonna try to make a wide turn over to him. If we make too hard of a turn, I'll lose speed, and I have the chance that the Bowfighter at least will catch up to me. Not something I want to deal with. As I made that turn, the Bowfighter does seem to be catching up with me in a turn, but as soon as I level out, I lose him again. F4F seems to have taken off. I'm gonna head over to him. Now, this entire game I have been wepping. My water is currently at 119 degrees Celsius in both engines. I have not yet gotten a warning about overheating, the timer at least, so that's pretty nice. Flown other planes where, I remember the days when the MiG-15 would overheat in about 20 seconds, and you'd have to stick to 80% throttle the entire time. Now we have gotten the warning. He's off to 100%. I guess the F4F is going for ground targets? I'm not sure. I'm going to continue heading in this direction regardless. Still seem to be losing the Beaufighter. I'll reduce throttle to 80. Hopefully get the temperature down before the timer runs out. Maybe you see something over there? I'm not sure. The most important thing I've learned about playing this game when you're not in a squad and you're playing by yourself, don't rely on teammates at all. You're on your own. When you're flying with a squad, when I fly with people in my squadron, it's excellent. You're in voice communication, you can tell each other what's going on, who's on your tail, who you're attacking, but I don't even know what he's doing, and half their team is over here for sure. I'm gonna fire a few shots and get out of the way. That was calling it rather close, since we did get a few sparks in there. Doesn't seem to have damaged my plane at all though. This entire game I've been getting hits upon hits upon hits. Nothing of note. No criticals. And I'm down to 57 rounds of cannon ammunition. Beaufighter and the Spitfire seem to be extremely centered on the AI plane, which might give me a lucky shot at the Spitfire. Now, I know he does see me, because you can bet that the Beaufighter has me targeted. And the F4F is now running into problems with Typhoon. Well, here we go. Approach on the Spitfire. Critical hit on the Spitfire. Elevators are damaged. That is good. We'll most likely try to head back to base, with base right in front of us. And I don't feel like letting him do that. So right now it looks like the Beaufighter, both of them are far away. I'm going to turn back on the Spitfire, have altitude on him, and come in for the kill. Now the AI that they were following has now been killed, so you can expect the Beaufighter to be targeted on me again. I'm now out of cannon ammunition. Climb up and around. Spitfire's pretty much useless in the water now. Lower my speed. Dive back on, get on his tail, and open up. There we go. First kill of the game. Now, the F4F has since died. I know there's... oh, one of the Beaufighters just crashed. Excellent. I'm going to head over for this Beaufighter. We are equal on tickets at the moment. Just waiting for my friendly tanks over there to start taking B. They've already taken A. As soon as we take all three of the fields, we'll win by ground targets, but honestly, when playing realistic, I wish it was more of a deathmatch experience where you had to take out all the enemy planes. But it makes sense, because it gives bombers an advantage as well, being able to get some points. 8 minutes of fuel. I could head back to base and repair, get some, refuel, rearm, but I'm fairly confident in my ability to take out this Beaufighter with my 50 cals, as he does seem to be headed back to base, and most likely does not see me yet. What I guess is that I did hit him earlier, the F4F might have hit him as well, and some part of him is damaged. So, hopefully he'll land as soon as we approach, make an easy kill. And this has turned out to be quite an exciting game. Looks like there's a Typhoon going in for a landing as well. What more could you ask for? I am wepping. I know I'm paying attention to my timer. I think I'll need maybe 30 seconds to fully go down to an acceptable temperature. Beaufighter has spotted me. That's fine. Typhoon is going in for a landing. I'm going to avoid the Beaufighter shots. I have way more speed than him anyway. And just head for this Typhoon. Typhoon seems to have stopped on the runway. He's trying to head into a hangar. Incredible hit. And he's on fire. Let my engines cool off a bit. Wait for the Beaufighter to pass the Typhoon. Then turn around, avoid the Beaufighter shots, and finish off the Typhoon. Go. Beaufighter seems to actually have gone in for a landing instead of trying to come after me. Typhoon is taking off again. Guess I didn't damage him enough. I can expect they've called their teammates and be like, hey, there's a guy bothering us on the runway. Second kill of the game. Beaufighter is sitting on the runway as well. Light him on fire. Third kill of the game. I apologize, I hate getting killed on the runway as well, but when it's just me against the entire enemy team, all's fair. So now there's one guy left. I believe him to be Beaufighter. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to see him before the game ends, because our ground targets are taking over B now, and then we'll swiftly move on to C. But we'll see how it goes. I'm going to start heading back in the direction of my base. If I see him, I'll switch to that. If not, I'll switch to me taking off from the runway after I've repaired and refueled, because I do have only 4 minutes of fuel left. I'm nearing the airfield. I have not yet seen the last Beaufighter. Ground targets are now taking over C. So I'm not sure whether or not I'll be able to land and repair before the game ends. But I'm going to give it a shot, nevertheless, because I've never landed with this plane before, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Of course, there's no air brakes. It's a low-tier game. It's not a dive bomber. Oh, last Beaufighter has crashed. Most likely on the far airfield. So now it's just the AI. On our team, we have Adam left, so in case I botch this landing completely, we'll most likely still win, considering we still have AI up in the air as well. Gears down, flaps. Coming in a little fast, and reduce some speed with what ammunition I have left. Tricycle landing gear, don't have to worry about nosing over. Front gears on the runway, losing speed. Back gear will come down as well. I don't believe the front gear has brakes, so as soon as these back gears touch down, we lose a lot more speed. And the back gear has touched down. It's honestly the part I hate about realistic battles, when the game is pretty much over, you're going to win, and you're forced to just wait and wait and wait, because you have no idea where the enemy AI is, because they could be hiding at 10,000 feet at 10,000 altitude meters in the stratosphere, or be off way at the side of the map somewhere. It'd be a great change if, as soon as all the enemy players are dead, the enemy AI will light up for you, so you know where they are. If nothing else, make them bail out as soon as all the enemy planes are down. And in the best case scenario, just take the damn things out of the game. They serve absolutely no purpose other than frustration for players who want to fight other players and not mindless AI who half the time are stuck on the runway, and other times decide they can keep up with jets in realistic battles because they're ridiculous arcade flight models. There's a Wellington and there's Beaufort, so that's the last of the AIs. Hopefully I can just take them out without too many problems and win the game. There's the Wellington. The laser AI has targeted me from 4 kilometers away. That's fine. Totally realistic and historical. Our AI is down, meaning that if the Wellington gets a pilot shot at me, then we lose the game. Okay. Fire seems to have gone out. Can we still win this? We will see. Alright. They finally decide to think that's lost all his vehicles, and I mean, Henry doesn't count, I guess, but there goes the game! Woo, we won! Let's look at the results. Okay. First place. 125,995 Silver Lions. Mark of Distinction, that's what it's called. Okay. Total of 12,000 vehicle research. Of course, I don't have any normal research vehicle because I've already unlocked every single plane in the American line. 1,650 points, 4 air kills, 3 of those are player kills, and 6 ground kills. So, that's my realistic flyout of the XP-38G. Definitely recommend buying it. Seems to be a great plane that handles very well. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.